channel. Today topic is first and second terms as Pakistan first female Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. Benazir Bhutto died December 27, 2007. Was a Pakistani politician who became the first woman leader of a Muslim nation in modern history. She served 2 terms as Prime Minister of Pakistan in 1988, 90 and 1993 to 1996. In December 2007, Bhutto was while campaigning for parliamentary election. Benazir Bhutto political beginning. Bhutto was the daughter of the politician Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who was the leader of Pakistan from 1971 until 1977. She was educated at Harvard University, BA 1973, and subsequently studied philosophy, political science and economics at the University of Oxford before completing a postgraduate degree in international law or MA 1997. Benazir Bhutto born June 21, 1953, Karachi, Pakistan. Shortly after Bhutto completed her studies in 1977 and returned to Pakistan, her father was deposed by General Muhammad Ziaul Haq, who then made himself the chief martial law administrator. After her father's execution in 1979, Bhutto became the territorial head of her father's party, the Pakistan People's Party, and frequent house arrest from 1979 to 1984, in exile from 1984 to 1986. She returned to Pakistan after the lifting of martial law and soon became the foremost figure in the political opposition to Zia. President Zia died in August 1988 in a mysterious plane crash, leaving a power vacuum at the center of Pakistan politics. In the ensuing election, Bhutto PPP won the single largest block of seats in the National Assembly. On December 1, 1988, Bhutto became the country's first female Prime Minister and the head of its first civilian government since the dissolution of her father's government in 1977. She formed a coalition of independent parliamentarians from her home province of Sindhu, but they left the coalition the following year as ethnic tension in that province. Without their support, Bhutto was unable to pass legislation of address Pakistan critical issues including poverty, governmental corruption and increasing crime. Meanwhile, she bore the brunt of a discontent relationship with the military leadership. In August 1990, the President of Pakistan, Ghulam X. Khan, dismissed her government on charge of corruption and called for new election. Bhutto PPP suffered a defeat in the national election of October 1990, and thereafter she led the parliamentary opposition against her successor, Nawaz Sharif. In election held in October 1993, the PPP won a vote and it succeeded in being out Sharif's Pakistan Muslim League party in every province including Sharif's home provinces of Punjab except Balochistan. In her second term, Bhutto made headway and Pakistan relations abroad, attracted foreign investment in the country and implemented social program. Moreover, she had an important in the President Farooq Ligari, who was a member of the Pakistan People's Party, but Pakistan continued to experience an unstable economy and decline in law and order. Meanwhile, a dynastic expert her in scandal as her brother. Murtuza accused her husband Asif Ali Zardari of crime her mounting travel. Dismissal government in November 1996. Corruption change and exile voter turnout was law in the 1997 election in which Bhutto PPP suffered a deserved loss of Sharif's PMN with British and Swiss corporation. Sharif administration continued to pursue the corruption charges against Bhutto in 1999. Bhutto and her husband, a controversial businessman and senior on a variety of charges, were both convicted of corruption by a Lahore court decision overturned by the Supreme Court in 2001 because of evidence of governmental interference. Bhutto did not achieve political accommodation with General Parvez Musharraf of power in a 1919 coup detail her demand that the charges against her and her husband he dropped were denied. Under quitting negotiation with the Musharraf government regarding a return to the country from a self-imposed exile, facing standing arrest warrants, he returned to Pakistan but to remain and excel in London in Dubai from the late 1990s. Because Musharraf 2002 degree banning Prime Minister from serving a third term, Bhutto was not permitted to stand for election that same year. In addition, legislation could convict individual from holding party office hindered her party. A Bhutto elected leadership would have excluded PP for participating in election. In response to this obstacle, the PPP is registering a new legally distinct branch called the Pakistan People Party Parliamentary, legally separate and free from the but upon the PPP Bhutto leadership, the PPP participated in the 2002 election while proceeded to earn a strong vote. However, Bhutto terms for corruption with the military government that all charges against her and against her husband by withdrawn continue to be denied. In 2004, Bhutto's husband was released from personal bail and joined Bhutto in exile. Just before the 2007 election, talk began to circulate Bhutto's return to Pakistan. Shortly before Musharraf's election, the presidency armed discussion of power sharing deal between Bhutto and Musharraf military regime, and he finally granted Bhutto a long shot for the corruption charges brought against her by the Sharif administration. The Supreme Court challenged Musharraf's right to grant the NSRF, however. Celebration marking her return to her married by a suicide attack on her motor car, in which numerous supporters were killed. Bhutto was shot in December in a similar attack while camping for upcoming parliamentary election. Following her death, party leadership fell to her husband Asif Ali Zardari and later to the son Bilal Bhutto Zardari. In October 2007, Bhutto returned to Karachi from Dubai after 8 years of self-imposed exile. Celebration marking her return were marked by a suicide attack on her motor car, in which numerous supporters were killed. Bhutto was assassinated in December in a similar attack while camping for upcoming parliamentary election. Following her death, party leadership fell to her husband Asif Ali Zardari and later to their son Bilal Bhutto Zardari. Bhutto autobiography Daughter of the East was published in 1988. She also wrote Reconciliation, Islam, Democracy and the West, which was published in 2008.